I mean, I love that, though. I love the fact that you could get from one side to the other so quickly.
I love the fact you've got like the neon. You can literally just go on forever. It doesn't stop. You can get the endless neon power and just speed along. Or the video power where it's literally you're gliding like a crazy dragon or something, just flying across the Seattle, and it looks amazing.
Absolutely. And I think that I don't think there's anything wrong with it being a super pretty game and that enhancing the experience. We always talk about like we want immersion, we want lifelike worlds and lifelike characters. So visuals are a part of that. So to say like, oh, it looks really great and that's why we love it, or one of the reasons, I think that's perfectly fine. I will say that for me, what did it in terms of the open world aspects was that the gameplay mechanics themselves were a lot of fun. And that's my problem, I have with Grand Theft Auto is like I don't think the moment-to-moment action is very fun. But here, like if this was a linear game, I think it would still be fun. Do you think so?
I think there's so much to do in this open world though. It just feels like even outside of stuff like picking up the shards, going to these like find a DUP or whatever, and it just feels so much like immersion, and I'm just constantly like on edge where I feel like someone's just going to start sniping me all of a sudden, and I just feel like I dropped into that world and I feel like I'm dousing with these powers, and I like the fact it's actually enjoying those powers as well, which actually makes the open world even more enjoyable.
Yeah, I thought the variety of powers was really spot on here. They kept them pretty well. They were pretty secretive until the game was out, which I really appreciated, that it wasn't some huge overblown media explosion. Now, if we transition a little bit here, media explosions, overblown, we're talking about Watch Dogs. And I've taken a lot of heat on this because I know tons of people are pumped for Watch Dogs. And I myself was very excited for Watch Dogs, but it had a major delay. It had another delay. And now we've noticed this very odd graphical downgrade. And how do you think that sets the stage for its May release?
If we just go back to Infamous like very, very briefly, well, I've just played that game, and again, we talk about the graphics in that game and how crazy it looks for next gen on the PS4, and we go back to this new, like, refined, like, trailer. The graphics have seen just downgraded so much. I was sort of hoping it'd be like a 360 version or something, but it just feels like that's actually how the game's going to look on the PS4, which worries me a great deal, because when I saw that initial trailer at E3, I was like, my god, this game looks so good. I cannot wait to play this. I just love the aspect of, I love open world games, and I love the fact you can hack into things and you're sort of like a real person. And I just feel like it's gone back so much. It's gone back to almost like a current gen game, like a 360 game. It just looks that bad in my opinion. But
I mean, people are trying to argue like, oh, this isn't the real next gen footage, but like, let's be honest. If you are a game company and you're going to release a trailer, you're going to put your best foot forward. You're going to release the best footage that you have. You're not going to say, oh, here's our subpar looking footage. So whatever vertical slice they're showing in trailers, we have to imagine is pretty indicative of the final game. And my thinking is possibly that if you think about Infamous, there's a lot to do, but at the same time, not a lot to do. You know what I mean? Like the interaction with buildings, interaction with stuff is quite minimal. Sure, there's stuff that will break, like the DUP, what do you call those, like overhangs or whatever. But if you think about it, everything is pretty set in stone. Like you can't go blow up a building, right? You